So guys, something really exciting is happening. Sephora is finally coming to the UK, and despite battling the most horrific cold I've had in a while, I really wanted to do this video. So today I'm giving you all of my Sephora recommendations along with some wish list items that I think I'm going to be picking up myself. So hey guys, it's Becky and welcome to my channel. Thank you for joining me today on this very momentous occasion. I'm so excited that Sephora is finally coming to the UK, and that's why I thought I would make this a special Monday video. I normally upload every Tuesday and Thursday, but you know, this is a once in a lifetime moment. So yeah, I am actually spending the weekend at my boyfriend's, so I don't unfortunately have many of the items to show you, so I will just pop a picture on the screen. But obviously my boyfriend is in Monaco, so when I visit him I do go to the French Sephora quite a lot, so I've tried out a lot of like Tarte products and Sephora Collection products. So I've got loads to recommend you today, but I also want to talk about the advent calendars coming out. I've got like a list. I'm so organised, guys, but I also want to do a wish list. But yeah, sorry if I sound a little bit bunged up, a little bit chesty. I'm not very well. I've had this cold and it's just been lingering. I was really hoping that I'd be better to film today. I've left it to the last day to film, and also my eye's gone a bit funny, so we love that for me. So first up, obviously everything will be linked down below, and there will be affiliate links, so if you do decide to pick anything up and you use my link, I do get a small kickback from the brand for your sale, but I do really appreciate any support you guys give my channel. And obviously don't forget to subscribe and hit the thumbs up button, and also let me know your favorites down below if you've tried anything from the Sephora collection or any of the other brands coming to Sephora. Also just wanted to let you know, in the first couple of days there is going to be an offer on where you will get a little beauty goodie bag by the sounds of things. Don't know what's in there, but if you spend over £120 you get that little freebie. I think that's available for the first 2 days, but I imagine that's obviously like while stocks last, so definitely place your order in ASAP if you want to get your hands on that. So from the press release it said that there was Tarte, Give by Gwen Steffani, Makeup by Mario, OneSize by Patrick Starr, as well as a few other brands coming, which is so exciting. So the first brand I want to talk about is Tarte. Now I know you've been able to buy Tarte on QVC and their own website for a while, but we've never had like an actual like makeup shop stock it, and they are going to be opening a real Sephora shop next year in spring. I think rumour has it it's going to be in White City Westfield, which is going to be the first one, which I'm just like, why can't it be Southampton? But so first up, blushes. So I really love the like liquid cream blushes. I'll pop the picture up on the screen. These are really lovely. They all have like a little shimmer. They remind me a lot of like the Charlotte Tilbury glow wand like blushes, but these are a lot easier to get your hands on. I think you get loads more product, and they have some other shades, so they're really gorgeous. But obviously Tarte they're kind of like known for blushes, so I have their stick blush in Exposed as well as the powder formula. I really love the powder formula actually. It lasts a really long time, and Exposed is like the classic cult shade that everyone goes wild for. And so if you want to try something that's really classic from the brand, that would be the Tarte Exposed powder blush. So yeah, my favorite are those kind of liquid cream blushes, but the powders are amazing, and they have got a new Christmas palette out that I swatched at Sephora, and it is so nice. Then eyeshadow palette. So if you like your neutrals just like I do, then Tarte is a go-to. They have so many nice neutral eyeshadow palettes. So a couple that I have that I love are the Toasted, which is like really nice bronzy warm tones. And then if you like a pinky look, the In Bloom palette is absolutely gorgeous. I also have the really big In Bloom palette. I believe that was limited edition though, but if they do have it on the website, definitely consider picking it up. But if you are just wanting to test the water out, this is something I actually brought with me. I didn't even realise that I was going to be making this video. So this is the Tarte Jewel palette. It is so lovely. Loads of people are raving about it at the moment. It's got two of these most gorgeous, like really metallic, this is what I'm wearing on my eyes today, really beautiful shadows. You've got a really nice kind of shimmer and then 3 mattes. You can make so many looks with this, and I think this cost me €19, so it'll probably be around the same price in pounds. So it's a really great way to try Tarte's formula without breaking the bank. I'm gonna have a little bit of tea, guys. It sucks. Yeah, this cold is not going anywhere. It's awful. So up next are my absolute faves. These are the Maracuja Juicy Lipsticks. These went viral on TikTok, and rightly so. I think I have about 5 shades in this range, but I also have the plumping one in a couple of shades as well. I actually have gone, I'm almost finished the coconut one, and I have a backup of it. I love this shade so much. This is the one that I would recommend you get. It is a beautiful, like really pretty rosy, nudie brown. I am wearing Orchid today. This is a really pretty like pinky tone. But as you can see, they're not like colourless. I think some people think they're like a bit more of a tint, but they have got quite a good amount of pigment in them. They're so comfortable, guys. They do also have a set, which I will try and link down below if they have that available, which I think would 100% be worth picking up. I think it's a really great price. I think you're paying for the price of 2 and you get 4 of their lipsticks, as well as one of their like new formulas. So it's a great way to try all of these formats. And finally, this is something, it's still in the package. I haven't used it yet, but I have been wanting this for such a long time. I've seen so many really good reviews about it, and I've swatched it so many times in store, I finally picked it up. It is the Creaseless Concealer. Now, obviously Tarte Shape Tape like blew up quite a few years ago now, but it's too heavy and matte for my under eye. So they do minis of the Tarte Shape Tape. So if you are really wanting to try, I'd recommend getting the mini first, because it's a very, very Marmite type concealer. But if you do have kind of like some lines or texture under your eyes, I think you'd be better off with this one. It has, you can see there, this beautiful like radiant finish. It's just a lot more, it's quite thick, as you can see, like it can cover really, really well, but it's just a little bit more flattering. So really excited to properly try that one. So that's not a full recommendation, but that's just a little tip on the concealers. So up next is Makeup by Mario. So the brand hasn't been out for very long. They were sold on Cult Beauty, but they're now moving to Sephora. So their eyeshadow palettes are gorgeous. I have both of them. I have both the All Shimmer, which if you like a one and done eyeshadow look, if you like the Charlotte Tilbury shadow pots, yeah, if you just like an easy eye look, I would highly recommend the All Shimmer palette. They're really flattering shades, really easy to work with, and they are this kind of like creamy formula, really unusual but amazing quality. And I heard somewhere that he based the colours off like the human body. They're all colours found in like cells and stuff. Like, it was really, really interesting. So there is some like reason behind the particular shades he's chosen for that palette, but it is amazing. But the one, if you are going to get one, I would recommend is the All Matte palette. It's literally got every shade and undertone your heart could desire. It's got such a wide range, yeah, and all those different undertones. I picked this up way more than I ever thought, especially for all those kind of special single shadows or like all shimmer palettes you might have. It's a great way to anchor those shades, and the quality is so good. So if you are going to pick up one, I would probably go for the matte one, but however, the shimmer is also really gorgeous. So if you can get both, get both. And then finally, I have not tried too much from the brand, but I have got the Crystal Reflector. I think I've got it in the shade Quartz. It's the lightest one, and it's this beautiful, it's really hard to describe, but it's like glitters that are basically in this transparent base, and you can use it as an eyeshadow topper. You can use it as a very, very glittery highlight, but I always use it on the lid, and it's just so beautiful. Really, really interesting texture. And if you just love makeup and you want to try something new and quite innovative, I really recommend it. It's very different. It's very much like a super shot. It's like a putty, but it's glitters suspended in like a transparent putty. So unusual, really, really beautiful quality, and it just looks like wet. It's like diamonds on your eyes. It's so beautiful. So I highly recommend that. They do come in a couple of other shades. I would say the shade differences aren't going to be enough for me to pick up another one. Like, as I said, they are kind of like glitters, so it's always in that transparent base. So really, I guess it just depends on whether you want a more goldy looking one, a more whitey looking one, I think a more pinky looking one, but I think they're going to look all pretty similar. So then onto the Sephora collection. There is so much to try from Sephora. It's sometimes overwhelming when you look at everything. And I imagine they'll probably have some like deals and offers. Maybe they're normally the most generous on their own brand. So I haven't got too much with me from Sephora with me. I did actually bring this Sephora lipstick. Sephora lipsticks are amazing. Like, all of them are really good. This is like the glossy range. This is just in a red that I got in an advent calendar. The Lip Story ranges in both the lip balms. That's my mum's favorite lipstick at the moment, is the Sephora Story lip balms in this like berry color, but also the regular lipsticks are lovely. The liquid lipsticks are amazing. I think they call them a lip stain, but I know Han absolutely loves them. Also, the plumping glosses, I really love them as well. And they're a really good dupe for like the Too Faced lip injections. So come in loads of really nice colours and shades, and the packaging is really cute too. Another fave of mine are the blushes. So the powder blushes, they come in really nice flattering shades, and they're in this really like nicely compact. They have like a little mirror in them. They're really easy to see the shade colour. And they're really affordable, and they do them on all different finishes as well. You get some matte, some shimmer. But yeah, they're a really nice buy. They're really nice quality. They're not too pigmented. They're really great to build, which I love in a blush. And yeah, I always kind of like go over and see the different shades every time I go in. Of course, you can't talk about Sephora without talking about the sheet masks. The sheet masks are just world renowned, or renowned, whatever you want to say it. I always like the moisturizing ones. They've got so many different ones. I would always suggest reading the benefits, because far too often I get too sucked into like whatever fruit or vegetable they've stuck on the front. But you really need to be careful about what ones you're actually picking up, because some of them can be a little bit more drying if they're going to be for stuff like oil reduction or spots and acne, and some could be far more moisturizing and almost serum like. So definitely look at like the benefit they're going to be helping, rather than just like going with the color or the fruit. I really like the coconut one though. That's one of my favorites. And then finally, Sephora have an amazing skincare line. One of my favorite things from that line is the All Day Hydrator. So it's a really nice everyday moisturizer. It's super affordable, really lightweight. It doesn't take too long to absorb on the skin, and yeah, it's overall just really, really nice. If you fancy trying some of the skincare, I'd really recommend that one. Then we're going on to the Sephora advent calendars. So I know loads of people are really, really excited. There are 3 different ones. So there's the Sephora all multi-brand one where it's got NARS, Sol de Janeiro, I think. They've got so many brands, but I will say I don't think there's a single like Sephora exclusive brand in there. So if you are looking to try some of the Sephora collection or some of the new brands, you know, like TARTE, OneSize, none of that is actually in this advent calendar. So bear that in mind. I will say it's definitely one of the best multi-brand calendars this year in general. But yeah, just be aware that there are none of the new brands coming with Sephora in the advent calendar. My recommendation is actually going to be the Sephora calendars. So I know a lot of people in like the US and Europe tend to kind of poo-poo the Sephora advent calendars a bit because it is just Sephora collection stuff. But we haven't had Sephora collection stuff before, so I think it could be a great way to try loads from the brand. I think the mid-tier calendar would be my recommendation. It seems to have loads of the classic Sephora collection must-haves, loads of sheet masks, some makeup, some beauty, some skincare, a little bit of everything really. So it'd be a great way to like try loads of Sephora collection for a really great price. So that's the one I will be recommending, but I will be linking them all down below. There's also a 12-day of Christmas one, but you do get 2 items in every door. So it's still a 24-day situation. It's still a 24 gift, but it's a 12-day between Christmas or something. That's what I read. I'm not sure, but I will leave that one down below. And that is, again, another Sephora collection advent calendar. So now onto my wish list. So OneSize, which is Patrick Starr's brand, I really want to try the blush palettes. They're like trios with a cream, a matte, and like a shimmer blush. They look stunning. They also do them in like a bronze trio, but I really just use one bronzer. I don't know about you guys, I use one bronzer. So for me, it is all about that beautiful blush palette. So that is top of my list for OneSize. I also really want to pick up the concealer. I have already gone on the OneSize website to kind of shade match myself ready for Monday, so I can put that straight in my bag. And also the setting spray. So I think the setting spray is one of like the most iconic products from the brand. Everyone always raves about it in the US, so I think that'd be a really great one, especially if you do just sweat your makeup off a little bit like I do. And then Tarte, although I already have a lot of Tarte, it's definitely one of my favorite brands to shop from in general. So I will be picking up the new Christmas collection. It's like a 2 palette situation. I think it's called Gilded Glamour, something along those lines, but it's these gorgeous palettes. One's like a warm tone, pinky, just my cup of tea. And then the other's this more like interesting cool tone with some really nice jewel tones like thrown into the mix. And for the price, I think it's great value. And again, I've heard really good reviews about it, and I like the fact that they're in these 2 palettes. They're not too Christmassy themed, so I can use them throughout the year and it not kind of like put me off. And then also the blush bronze cream duo. Again, I heard so many good things about this. And it always seems to be sold out on the Tarte website, so fingers crossed I can get my hands on that. Makeup by Mario, the lip serums. I don't think these ever came to Cult Beauty, but they're my cup of tea. I think they're going to be slightly similar to these Juicy Lips, and I won't mind that one bit. They are my favourite type of lipstick. I love a shiny, hydrating, moisturising lipstick. So those lip serum lipstick balmy things just look amazing, and all the shades are like nude tones, so what's not to love? Give, I think that's how you say it. It's like GXVE, like Give by Gwen Steffani. I've heard amazing stuff about her matte lipsticks, so I just feel like I need to pick one of them up. And then this quad, it's an all matte quad in really light shades. So Gwen Steffani is very, very pale, much like myself, and she came out with this quad and it's just so interesting. It's just very, very slightly different, matte, very light tones. Obviously this isn't going to suit everybody, but I feel like this is kind of one of her classic looks, and I would love to try that with one of her like bold classic statement red lipstick. And then finally, just a quick mention, Sephora favorites. Who knows if we're going to get them, but Sephora favorites are these really good value kits that Sephora does. Now I will say the Sephora Europe, Sephora favorites, how many times do I say Sephora in this video? They're not as good value as the American ones. So I'm really hoping if we do get them, we do get the American ones. Yeah, they just seem to have really amazing ones over there. The ones in the EU, I just never think are worth it for me personally. I think they make really great gifts, but sometimes the value just like isn't there, and maybe the products they're putting in are kind of some slightly older ones. But yeah, keep an eye out for Sephora favorites. If I find any, I will of course link them down below. So guys, this video has been a little bit of a struggle for me. The amount of coughing episodes I'm gonna have to edit out of this. This cold did not want me to film this video, but I love Sephora. Like, I'm obsessed. My friends know how much I love Sephora. My boyfriend knows how much I love Sephora. Everybody knows how much I love Sephora. So to not do this video would have been sacrilege. So I had to film it, even though I feel like utter pants. So I hope you don't mind too much that I'm a little bit sweaty. I'm a little bit chesty, very stuffed up, I imagine, as well. And also, like, it's been so hard to say some words. So thanks for bearing with me, and I hope you still enjoy the video, even if I sound like rubbish. Of course, everything will be linked down below. Do subscribe. I don't normally sound like this. Don't forget to hit the big thumbs up button and let me know your recommendations down below. Sharing is caring. And I would love to know what goodies that you love from Sephora, especially if you are someone that has Sephora already in your country. It'd be great to know, as you guys are the experts. So I'm gonna go make myself another cup of tea and get into some PJs. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.